Hi everyone, Nathan Hall here. Thanksgiving's coming real soon. So we're just going to do a quick little activity on this. I hope people come to the live class for this lesson because we will be talking about food. No vocabulary here. This is why I'm introducing it after the vocabulary. So we're going to take a look at Thanksgiving, mainly Puerto Rican style, but also Pennsylvania style. And our big theme, cause and effect. This is something we touched on earlier. We're going to do again next pod. And then after that, we're going to take a look at compare and contrast. So the big thing is that when you read, you have to follow things as they happened. The cause, why it happened. The effect, what happened. This activity, it's on the causes and effect of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is a federal holiday. Again, not a word you have to know this pod, but will show up in the future. So schools, banks, post offices, government offices are closed. All schools. I think all banks. If any are open, I know nothing about that, but you definitely won't get mail. Thanksgiving is the first holiday celebrated in America. It goes back to 1621, so just under 400 years ago to estimate. The Wampanoag Indians, you can see them here on the right, and pilgrims, people from England, got together, had a 3-day feast. Okay, so on to the next slide. So here's an example. Cause, it's a federal holiday. Why? The what? Schools, banks, post offices, all closed. Who were the pilgrims? If you've had Mr. Anderson's history class, you definitely know that one. If you've had Mr. Swarecki or Mr. Simmons, you probably did too. But we'll talk about them anyway in class. So today in Pennsylvania, we tend to celebrate with turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, yams, corn, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie. Big parade in New York City, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, NFL football game. It's always the fourth Thursday in November. So it's always going to be Thursday, always the 4th. This year it'll be Thursday the 27th. So cause and effect. Cause, it's always on the fourth Thursday. The effect, this year, the 27th. Why? What? And let's take a look at some of this quick reading about the Pilgrims. They were a small group of people. They sailed from England to North America to start a new life. They wanted religious freedom. They sailed on a ship called the Mayflower and landed on Plymouth Rock. That's near Boston. So this time, the cause, they wanted religious freedom. The why, the effect. They sailed to what is now America, landed near Boston. That's Boston, by the way. Right near the ocean, lots of rivers. And from there, we'll talk in class what else you heard about the Pilgrims. These are some discussion questions. Why would people want to move? Why is religion so important? So pilgrim, that word means someone who travels for religious reasons. What is something you would travel to see? We'll talk about in the live class. So I know a lot of you think Pennsylvania is cold in the winter, and you're right, it is. Boston's even colder. And they showed up right before November. Why did they stay in Boston? Why not just keep going south? Go down. You get past Virginia, get past Georgia, where it's pretty warm, but you can get past Florida, then a little over, you're in Puerto Rico. Why not just do that? Fair question. So we're going to talk about the food. We mainly eat these, the turkeys. This is what they look like, domesticated turkeys. In Puerto Rico, they tend to cook it papuchon, where you marinate it. You put it in its own juices for a while on some sauces, some spices, and then cook it slowly. In America, we tend to just bake our turkeys with butter. This is something that's big in my family, the turducken. It's a turkey that has inside it a chicken that has inside it a duck. So a duck stuffed inside a chicken, stuffed inside a turkey. You get 3 birds in one bite, and a lot of stuffing in between. So vegetarians will have this, tofurkey. It's turkey made from tofu, soybeans. So those people are a little different. So this is our compare and contrast. Here I have a Pennsylvanian Thanksgiving, and here a Puerto Rican Thanksgiving. You can see what foods you like better. And you're going to see that if you look at this from a scientific perspective, basically the same. Turkey is protein, ham, pork, also protein, potatoes, carbs, the amarillos, the mofongo, a lot of carbohydrates in that, and yams, also carbs, corn, a fiber, arroz con grandoles, lots of fiber there, and then the sweets. Cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, tlemboqué, dulce de leche, lots of sweets. So nutritionally, if you look at the science of it, yeah, scientifically pretty much the same. Culturally though, the way it feels on your tongue, very different. So this is what we'll do in our class. We'll compare what's alike and what's different. So just so you know, next pod until Christmas, more cause and effect. After 2015 begins, contrast and comparing. So this is a quick preview of those. Any questions, come to the live class. Try the activities below. They are graded. Few interesting words in here that will be on your vocabulary. Not this pod, but future pods. Adios for now. Goodbye.